Back again with another episode of Let's Play WWE 2004. And as always, Sam.
Hey, what up?
Well, are you ready for Raw? Wow.
And I'm ready for some Sunday night being in heat.
Well, and that's what I was about to say. I was going to say, are you ready for Raw? No. Actually, are you ready for Heat?
Heat.
Oh, yeah.
Heat wave. ECW heat wave.
Oh, yeah. For those who don't know, following WrestleMania, we did have some talent, number one, come back, and number two, get called up to the main roster.
Wait, who came back on Raw?
Well, she did.
Who's that?
Gail Kim.
I've never heard of her.
And Rodney Mack.
I've never heard of him either.
And then as those who may have seen SmackDown, Edge is back on SmackDown. Oh, and Sylvain Grenier came back too.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why we moved Rob Conway.
Yep.
Because now we have the real Law Resistance.
Yep. Yep. We can't have an episode of Sunday Night Heat without Orlando Jordan and Antonio Banks.
Let's do,
Actually, we can.
I don't know about the heel and the face dynamic, but if it works out, let's do Heat. We'll do La Resistance taking on Eminem.
They're both heels.
Oh.
We could do America's Most Wanted
You could do what? AMW?
versus Eminem.
Okay, yeah, that works. Maybe AMW could use a win anyway.
Oh, Banks and... Oh,
Do you ever listen to the PW Torch live cast?
no.
On Friday, he did a pretty good interview with Cowboy James Storm.
Oh.
Yeah, James Storm was saying he was asked about AJ Styles,
Uh-huh.
and James Storm said, "You know what? When you're in your 20s, you learn how to wrestle. When you're in your late 30s, early 40s, you learn how to work." And I thought that was pretty interesting.
I mean, it sounds interesting. Just,
James Storm said that there's nobody right now in this business that has better timing and better more fluid. There's nobody more fluid and with better timing than AJ Styles right now in this business. And then Wade Keller, who's the host of the show, said he was talking about Ric Flair. He's like, you know what? Ric Flair is considered the greatest of all time. And not because he went out there and did crazy stuff, not because his matches were like 6 stars, but because every single person in that era would say, my best match was against Ric Flair. If you went today into the WWE locker room and you asked everybody what their best match was, they're all going to say AJ Styles.
I agree. You know what? We can move that to the main show, I think.
Oh, there you are. So you know the cases of the water bottles come in, the little packs the water bottles come in?
Yeah.
So we have an empty one in the kitchen right now, and my cat keeps getting his head stuck in it, and then running around the kitchen with it on his head. Let's put this in the recycling outside so you don't kill yourself, mister. What are we doing here?
Just booking Heat.
Yeah, I know. Uh-oh. Did you look at me for a second?
Okay.
Hello?
Oh, no, you're still here.
Hello, mister?
You're still here.
Okay, hold on. Keep going.
Like I mentioned in the previous video, to those of you who are watching, the reason why me and Sam aren't really talking is because Sam really doesn't care what we book on Heat. And
Are you talking to me?
no, I'm just keeping my keeping the audio going.
Oh, okay. Somebody called me. It was like a solicitor.
Oh.
Like, you know, the fucking telemarketers?
Yeah.
They called me, and it took me off the Skype call for a second. And, I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, I was just saying that the reason why we're not really talking is because you don't really care what goes on Heat.
I mean, I do. You know, well, I suggested a tag team match.
That's true.
You kind of did, but...
Well, no.
Hey, Andrew Martin versus Goldust, do it. I'm good with it.
Who?
Andrew Martin versus Goldust.
I mean, we could do it, but I don't know if that's really a Heat match. I feel like that's more of a Raw match, but we could do it.
Okay, no, that's fine, that's fine. You're smarter than I.
I kind of want to do it now. Fuck it, who cares?
That could be the main event.
Yeah. And then we could book the segment to set up the tag match next week. With the debuting Eminem against Harris and Storm.
How come... Okay, explain this to me for a second. How come I'm picturing in my head Harris and Storm with Gail Kim? Did that ever happen? Is that a real thing?
Yeah. She managed him.
Huh?
She managed them in TNA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at the tail end of their run.
How about this? We do a feud with the AMW versus Eminem, and the first match AMW wins, and then Eminem challenges him to a rematch, and then Melina comes out and helps Eminem win, and then AMW is pissed, and they recruit Gail Kim, and then we have like a little bit of another match, and then maybe like a 6-man, or I guess we can't do a 6-man, but like we'll do that.
One problem. Gail's a heel.
She can turn. She just came back from injury.
Talks about their run far and interrupted by the debuting Eminem. We could spark the feud. Eminem versus America's Most Wanted.
And leave the girls out for now. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, that works. Joey and Johnny.
Because maybe we won't use Gail Kim. Maybe we'll use money in developmental.
Yeah. Or we could always use like a Ivory or a Jacqueline.
Like a cowgirl. Find a cowgirl.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Let's have do we have Teddy Long?
Yeah.
Let's have Teddy Long cut a promo before this match and say, the Wild Boy Challenge is back, player, and then Orlando Jordan comes out.
Well, that works for me.
Unless you want Orlando Jordan to win, in that case.
Oh, no, I prefer Rodney Mack.
Theodore Long.
Orlando Long issues and challenge, and Orlando accepts. How did I know? At least we're gonna test Orlando Jordan's ability to talk by giving him no script. Wow, we almost booked the entire hour, the entire 65 minutes for the show.
Nice. That was a fast one, too.
Yeah.
You want to do Mark Henry and Rodney Mack as a tag team in the future?
Yeah, that works.
Call them the White Boy Killers. Was it Rodney Mack or was it Mark Henry? No, it was in the White Boy Challenge.
Rodney Mack. Rodney Mack got a 37, so yeah, I think putting him in a tag team might be good.
Oh, yeah, he's awful.
Yeah.
What did Orlando Jordan get a 40?
Yeah.
I expect that from Orlando Jordan, but not from the militant.
Yeah, Rodney Mack, no. He's not capable.
You know what's funny about Rodney Mack is he had that music, "It's the Mac Militant, y'all," right? And then Rodney Mack ended up leaving the company, but Teddy Long had that music for like another decade.
Yep, and he still has it every time he shows up.
Huh?
And he still has it.
I mean, he doesn't really come around. He comes around like once every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. Anytime they're looking for a new general manager.
That music, if you played that music for somebody and said, "Whose music is this?" they would say Teddy Long. They wouldn't say Rodney Mack.
Yeah, because not many people even remember Rodney Mack.
I wish I didn't.
Yeah. Mark Henry.
Before I go to ESPN, I'm here with Samoa Joe.
Not terrible for lower mid-carders. Because like you said, they don't have the popularity to do,
That's what he is for.
Yeah. 70.
Oh, they see? What a good match that I decided we should book.
Yeah. See.
They have great chemistry. They should become lovers. Goldust had a 69. How ironic is that?
Hey, for Goldust to go back to how he used to be, it takes a feud with R-Truth.
That's true. We don't have R-Truth.
Yeah, the TNA does.
What is the... You have to give me the history of last week's Raw. Because I don't remember if a certain somebody debuted.
He didn't.
Or if what Hall and Nash did.
But I will give you the lowdown of the show.
Okay, let's see.
Let's start at the bottom and get higher. Wow, Test is winning a lot. Test is winning a lot.
Oh, so the Mind Games is starting with Evolution. That's what's happening. So
Yeah.
Somebody hasn't been on camera yet.
No, he hasn't been on camera yet. But Goldberg's done with the company. Rick Steiner's done with the company.
Who beat up Scott Hall 2-on-1?
Evolution.
Flair and Dave?
No, Randy and Dave.
Oh, Randy and Dave.
Well, no, it was all three of them. Flair helped, and then Randy and Dave did the dirty work.
Okay, that makes sense. All in there, let's talk about the main event. How they won the title. Batista defeated Goldberg.
That was Goldberg's last match.
Christian defeated Rick Steiner.
And this was a fatal four-way for the number one contender.
Shawn Michaels, Kane, and Scott Steiner. Oh, wow. Okay, so now moving forward, Scott Steiner's a solo act.
Yeah, and Big Kev is the number one contender.
Has Mind Games. Kevin Nash is the number one contender.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's just see where else we're going. Okay, I was gonna set that one up tonight. Okay, so we got this show and 3 more to decide when we want that certain person to show up.
Well, you just showed his name, so.
Well, nobody knows who we're talking about, but for all they know, we could be talking about Booker T.
Or Christian.
Or Christian.
So, for this episode of Raw, let's have Ric Flair laid out with a black baseball bat next to him.
Yeah, that works. Let's just start it off with Evolution, though, with Evolution and...
Talking about Kevin Nash, and they're upset because of
yeah.
they're upset because of the Mind Games.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, that they start an in-ring with Kevin, talking about last week, and...
Hey, whoever's playing Mind Games, you better stop. We're Evolution.
Names from last week, and Nash interrupts, hyping Backlash. I'm guessing they're going to want to be unscripted, so I'm just going to do it without them asking, because I think Randy's the one that usually wants to be unscripted. And I think that ending the show with Flair is laid out and camera pans to show Black.
And you know what? Let's do what is that beeping sound? Is that me? Hello?
What beeping sound?
It went away, whatever it was. Do you want to do Scott Hall demands a match against a member of Evolution tonight?
That works. You sound healthy.
Yeah. I'm pretty healthy. Oh, Scott Steiner. It's Scott Steiner, baby. He is, huh?
Yeah. Scott Steiner is a baby.
He's a big old baby. Hey, do you have a smart TV?
Yes.
There's this app called Pluto TV. Have you heard of it?
No.
Download it. It's like, basically, it's like a bunch of, it's like a free cable, right? But it's like a bunch of second-rate cable networks. maybe third-rate cable networks.
So the Fight Network.
No, not even the Fight Network. They have like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 channel. They have like a stand-up comedy channel, right? But get this, when I first downloaded it, there was a channel called the Pro Wrestling Channel, and it was always showing TNA stuff. And apparently, when the TNA launched the Global Wrestling Network, the Pro Wrestling Channel got rebranded, and I shit you not, it is now called the Impact Wrestling Channel. And it always, 24 hours a day, it shows Impact Wrestling. Yesterday I was watching one of the One Night Onlys, with like women, and then I was watching Lockdown, Kurt Angle, Mr. Anderson, and Lockdown, Kurt Angle versus Jeff Jarrett. So, it's pretty cool to have. I mean, it's 24 hours a day, TNA wrestling.
Yeah.
And that's old school stuff, too. Andrew Martin versus Andrew Martin. I love that. I love that match.
I mean, I know their momentum may not show that they could be capable to challenge for the tag team titles, but number one contender match?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, screw it. Who cares?
It's nice to have them back.
Yeah.
But who did you put as the winner?
I'll let the game choose. Who the fuck cares?
Okay. I don't argue with that one.
Yeah.
How did Albert do last night in the main event, or last week in the main event against The Undertaker? Do you think Albert is a singles wrestler, like a solid singles wrestler? Or do you want to put Albert on Raw and see him up the test?
Well, they got an 83 in the match. I don't know how much of it was Taker and how much of it was him, but they got an 83 in the match.
That's not bad. Okay. And then Test got a pretty good score by himself too, as Bull does.
Yeah.
They got a 70, and that's pretty good for them. That was a Heat main event. Okay, let's just keep it separated.
Okay, so now let the integration begin of this feud with Tommy interrupting Maven minutes setting up Tommy and Stevie against Maven and Al Snow. Is again running down
Maven and Al Snow.
ECW,
That's
but
really exciting. Tommy
Dreamer.
and Maven versus Stevie. Wait, Tommy and Stevie versus Maven and Al Snow. Yeah, that'll put a lot of butts in seats.
For once, that saying has never been true. Defends his legacy with Al defending Maven.
Okay, sorry about that.
I didn't even know you disappeared. Bob Holly and Road Warrior Animal. Presumably Bob Holly should win.
Yeah, Bob Holly's a jobber. Gizmo, give me that flare mouse. Give me that little flare mouse.
You want to keep going with Lita and Trish, or do you want to move to a different one?
No, the women's thing is kind of boring. We might as well continue with it.
Yeah.
It's 40.
Do you want to integrate?
We could do a tag team match right there. Have we done that one?
Well, we did that a few months ago. I was just because Lita could be entitled to a rematch. Do you just want to go with that?
Yeah, that's fine. Did Trish win at WrestleMania?
Yeah, Trish won it at WrestleMania.
Okay. Oh, Lita was champion going in, huh?
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
Yeah. Okay, let's do... Let's do this.
And then Lita issued the challenge after the match, or what?
Yeah.
Oh, my screen keeps going wonky. I should probably reset my Wi-Fi router.
Lita, Trish, so we can mix things up and not have in-rings all the time. Scott Hall, not Eric Angle, Eric Bischoff.
Eric Angle.
Hall demands a match against a member of Evolution tonight.
That could probably even be the main event.
That works. I mean, we did need a main event. We did need a main event, so that's good that we.
Every time I see C.W. Anderson, I think it's Steve.
Huh?
Every time I see C.W. Anderson, I think it's Steve Austin real quick. Like, oh shit, Steve! Oh no,
Steve Austin, an opener.
Steve Austin got fat.
Oh wait, from what I remember, I think we might have been looking at Kane and Shawn for the main event this week.
Okay, we could do a double main event. That's not that great of a match.
Because I just remembered that they're feuding, but we didn't really do anything to start up a feud between them.
Oh, there we go. Do victory by submission.
so it might be beneficial to get that match going with, get that feud going somehow. So, and I'll even give... Sean and Kane. Because Sean has nothing to do and Kane has nothing to do, so why not, go for both of us?
Here's an idea. Wait, are they fighting tonight?
Do you not want them to?
Well, I was thinking we could end up with Scott Hall versus Randy Orton in the main event.
Uh-huh.
And that leads to a big brawl between Sean's crew and Evolution. And then Sean ends up being in the ring by himself. And then Kane comes out of nowhere and chokeslams him.
So do you want to hold off Flair getting attacked?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, let's hold it. How many weeks we have till the pay-per-view?
Pay-per-view's week 4. So we have 3 weeks?
No, let's have Flair get attacked then. Never mind.
Okay. No problem. The other question is Randy or Dave against Scott?
I would say Randy.
Okay.
We definitely got to save Scott Hall and Batista. And unfortunately, we're going to have a non-finish in this match. What do you think?
I think non-finish fits Evolution. And could actually maybe open the door for something next week in some way.
Like we got a tag match?
Yeah. So I'm guessing Scott wins BDQ?
Yeah, that'll work.
And Dave.
So when we had a 6-man tag between Evolution and Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Sean, who were the 3 Evolution members? Was it Triple H or Ric Flair? I think it was everybody except for Randy, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Because Randy was the IC champion?
Yeah, it was everybody but Randy.
Okay, so that we could do a big 6-man tag with everybody except for Flair.
Yeah. We could do that, yeah.
Well, we can even add Flair. We can even add Flair and add... Oh, wait, no, never mind. Yeah, we could do that, too. Maybe next week. 6-man tag with Triple H, Randy, and Dave.
Why not this, which pushes the idea of a 6-man next week. Because I can taunt Kevin after beating up Scott. And then Sean, Kane. Okay, we gotta cut 8 minutes.
Let's put Flair getting laid out before Randy and Scott.
Oh wait, let's cut this down. Yeah, we gotta cut that down. We may have to cut at least 2 minutes off that. I could cut this down because it doesn't matter. You sure you don't want to end the show with Flair getting attacked?
We could.
Because I feel like it's something that would make people want to come back and watch.
Okay, that's fine then.
Oh yeah, we gotta do a storytelling match. I forgot.
Yeah, just do Sean McCain. There ain't no better storyteller than the Heartbreak Kid.
Yep, I agree.
You want to do a couple dark matches too?
Yeah, that works.
Maybe some new guys, if you have any new guys, whatever else you do. Like a C.W. Anderson, maybe.
What, CW and Heidenreich?
Not really, but I'm sure.
I mean,
I'd rather have CW and nobody in that list. Velveeta?
I'm guessing CW loses.
Yes. There's not the game pick, it doesn't matter.
That's true. You want to do another developmental match like we did on SmackDown?
Yeah, I do actually. You want to try Bobby Roode?
Yeah, that works.
I mean, he'll probably lose, but that's fine.
You want to do it like we did on SmackDown where we have two developmental guys?
Two and two. Yeah, Cliff Compton maybe.
God, Cliff Compton looks strange.
Yeah, we need a better picture for him, that's for sure.
Let's just auto push just to see if...
Let the game choose to whoever.
Yeah, that works. Cliff Compton and Bobby Roode.
That was an interesting dynamic.
And interesting pictures. You ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Oh, damn.
Hello, lady.
Yeah, Val Venus.
You won. That could be the main event of Heat.
Well, Val Venus is actually solid. That's why one of the reasons why I'm happy he's feuding with Joe. Okay, they're both not ready for the main roster.
Bobby Roode's a lot closer.
Yeah, but Cliff Compton is at least a year or two off. I mean, a freaking 9.
Oh yeah, he's a 9. But I think one of the guys we picked last time was at a 10.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, a 9's a little off. But
a little bit. No, he has an 8. Oh, look at that.
a 90 to start off. I would like to say Kevin Nash had a part in it, but...
You should have put Kevin Nash's off-screen. It's not a big deal, though. Unless you think he should come out, which doesn't matter if he does or not.
Yeah.
He'll be like, shut up, boys. I'm the number one contender.
Pretty good opener. I mean,
Oh, that's a good interview segment right there.
yeah, Booker T challenging for the Intercontinental title.
I'm coming for you, Christian.
Wow, Hurricane and Rosie are the number one contenders.
For the W boys?
Yep.
Nice.
I actually like this, so we could get Hurricane and Rosie out of the way, and then if we want to do La Resistance at a later date, we could always do La Resistance later.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, did you expect anything more from this?
Not really.
See, I know this is pretty much my brainchild at this point, so I was figuring we'd do Stevie next week with with Tommy, and then Mick gets involved again, setting up Backlash.
Yeah, that's fine.
With Mick and Tommy against Alan Maven.
Then where does Stevie fall into it?
He's just here next week.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just here next week, and then maybe he beats Maven in a singles match on Heat to end their feud and put that away. But the singles match with Maven and Stevie won't happen the same week that the tag team match will happen. You follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This should end with Tommy Dreamer presenting Maven with the ECW title. And then Maven could be the ECW champion.
We do have the ECW title.
Yeah, I know. We own it all. We own the whole world right now. It's 2004.
You know what we could do? We could have Al award Maven the ECW title.
Yeah, we could do it like that, and then have Maven be the ECW champion and bring that title back for a little while.
Yeah. Because then Tommy will get pissed and want his title.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Which would get an
we have Raven? Oh no, we don't. He's in it.
Which would get an unnatural amount of time out of this feud. Well, no surprise there. Lita wins.
Holy shit, 72?
I'm pretty excited to see where how good Lita and Trish do next week. I mean, Backlash. Well,
Is Trish the heel?
no, they're both baby faces.
Oh, okay.
Well, I should say, let's see when we want to do the match. Because who knows if it makes it to Backlash. Eric and Scott, a little interesting here because, you know, NWO.
I got big by Evolution.
Yeah.
And every single, oh yeah, you're right, NWO history right there.
Yeah, and that probably would first time that they're in the same segment together by themselves.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Every time Scott has a match, we're like a little bit nervous.
I agree. And that's one of the reasons why I decided not to put him in the main event.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. I mean, we're not as nervous as when Ken Shamrock was in the main event, but we're still nervous.
Every Kurt Angle match.
Or every Kurt Angle match is right, yeah.
Hey, Kurt Angle's a damn world champion.
That's true. Scotty Steiner does pretty solid, actually.
Yeah, 77.
Yeah.
Coming a big place for you coming up.
Yeah. Thank you, Sean.
Not bad, 76.
Well, here's what we're worried about. Yep. Yep. That's why we didn't book him in the main event.
Looks like somebody's going to rehab.
But I will also say that, just for those who don't know, Kurt's habits are seemingly coming out a few years before they actually did. But, yeah, Dave and Randy set up what could be now a handicap match next week. I mean, not a bad main event.
No, not a bad main event at all.
Not a bad main event with, Sean and, Kane. And, a little...
Ric Flair's laid out. I'm glad that it was a main event, not in hindsight, just because, Ric Flair wasn't managing Randy and Dave.
Yeah, he was with...
So he would have been there. He would have been there, and it would have been, like, fake.
Yeah. So, I mean, wow, we're... For the first couple of for the first 3 shows after Mania, we got some good momentum going.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. We got some good momentum going on the first couple shows after Mania. But now we have the mystery of the Black Bat.
I wonder who laid out Ric Flair.
Yeah. Somebody with a Black Bat. And the vendetta against Ric Flair.
Cliff Thompson got an 8.
Yeah. Cliff Compton did, in fact, get an 8. But he also won. He also won the match and got the lower rating. So, yeah, I mean, he pulled it out against Bobby Roode. But I will say that this is the last time, for at least an extended period of time, that anybody's going to be seeing Cliff Compton.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. OVW probably hasn't seen him for a while.
Yeah, but I mean, it's hard for me to believe, but we're actually getting consistent with solid ratings.
Yeah, this is a good show. SmackDown was a good show.
Yeah, I don't remember Raw last week, but I assume it was a good show. But I mean, I'm surprised we're getting such consistency. Cause I never get, I'm only this surprised cause I am never this consistent with WWE. But.
And what does this show have in common with the last show? Disco Inferno wasn't booked.
Disco Inferno's on SmackDown.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's why the show on SmackDown got a good rating, because it wasn't booked. I'm just kidding, I like Disco. You get it every single week on Keeping It 100 with Conan. I don't listen to that show at all.
I mean, we could always have, we could always do, research off camera and, develop a stable with Disco on his, with him leading a stable of his lame booking ideas.
You mean like building of the Invisible Man?
Uh-huh.
No, I'm good. All we have to do is listen to Vince Russo episode and we can hear all of his creation.
Yeah. But either way, I mean, if you guys have any ideas, like what you think we should do at Scott Hall, what you think the future should hold or if you actually want to help us book the women's division, let us know down in the comment section below, because as always, feedback is more than welcomed and appreciated. But if you don't want to leave a comment, you can always leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ding-dong that notification bell to always know when a new video is up on Wrestling Express. And until next time.